Hey YouTubers, it's Tony with Mayberry Mini Trucks. Today is Saturday, February 22nd, 2025. And I am delivering a Mazda Bongo Bronny today. And this is major metropolitan area. You can see Google, look at that. Wells Fargo, lots of big city buildings. And so I delivered a four-wheel drive diesel Mazda Bongo Bronny dually dump. Really nice truck with 12,400 original miles. Really nice. And so I said to the guy, hey, you know, there's not as much diesel fuel in here as I would like to see in here. So I said, would you mind if we went and put some diesel fuel in here? And he said, sure, no problem. But, you know, there could be, you know, police officer there. And I'm like, oh, it's okay. You know, we run dealer tags. Well, I didn't have a dealer tag with me. And I live in Mayberry. Things are much more laid back in Mayberry. But here, this is not Mayberry. And so I go to this fuel station and there's one diesel pump. This is not the reason I'm doing this video, but I've got to tell you this story. There's one diesel pump, and right next to that pump is a Georgia highway patrolman fueling up his car right there. And I'm committed. I have no recourse. I pull up to the pump, I get out, and he's checking out my truck. And I'm like, oh man, please do not come over and talk to me about my truck, because I know he's gonna see that I don't have a license plate. And so I pumped my $10 really quickly and we left. Okay, everything worked out. The man is happy with his truck, and all is well. But that's where the all is well stops. Period at the end of that sentence. Now let's begin a new sentence. This is a brutal business. Customs strikes again. Customs strikes again. I just saw an email this morning about what's called an intensive examination. An intensive examination is when, you know, like our last video, the U.S. Department of Agriculture said you can send this truck back, or you can tent it and fumigate it with our supervision and pay for all that, pay, which we elected to do. And that is over, and I believe we're gonna get that truck back soon. Now, I just got a notice, and I don't know if the two are related, but now they're going to do an intensive examination on a whole container of trucks. So now, I've had that happen before, actually. I had a container going to Tampa, Florida, and Customs did an intensive examination. They unloaded the entire container, all 7 trucks, and they're suspended by cables. It is no small feat to de-van that container, and I have to pay for that. I have to pay them to unload my container so they can do an examination. And you know, and then they say, okay, come get your stuff, we're done. Or, you know, obviously, but they're not going to find any contraband, you know, because that's not what we do. But then they say, come and get your stuff. But it's all unpacked. So you've got to make accommodations for that. And you can't rehang everything by cables. You can't put that back in the box. You have to get another container or bring a trailer and bring part of them home that way. It's just a big mess. Well, that's the notice we got, is an examination. And so I see both sides of the coin. So, you know, they are doing their job. They are looking for things that, you know, we don't want to get into the country. So I do see both sides of that coin, and I want to be a fair player and do my part but it doesn't make it any easier. It's still very brutal. And like I was saying on the last video, I think, we get calls from other people who have this done to them, like individuals or other businesses. There was a company who I used to talk with. I think he's out of business now. He's been out of business for a few years. But anyway, news from Mayberry Mini Trucks. That is what's happening. It's a tough business. It's hard to stay optimistic and positive when you have a difficult set of circumstances like this, but this is just part of being in the business. So there you go. That's what's happening. And guys, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Would you please? Hit the subscribe button, and then you'll be notified. And it'll be easy to find us, and it will help our search analytics. Also, you may want to hit notification. That's a bell, and if you push the bell, then you'll be notified when we post a video. And we have more trucks to video today. We have hopefully a container of trucks coming in, so that's the deal there, guys. I appreciate you watching our video, and thank you if you would be so kind to subscribe to our channel as well.